Okay, game number 5 has just been loaded up. Spawning in the top left corner, we have a Teal Protoss player who is currently in the lead with 3 points to 1. It is going to be SnOvSki playing for Easy Visualize. And he is facing off in this best of 9 show match against the yellow Zerg player ZPR, who currently is teamless, but he is an excellent player. He currently does not have the lead, but he definitely had some amazing strategies and games. So let's see if he can come back here. And also let's see if he can find a nice team in the near future. Because players like this, definitely, it's always nice if there's a good team that can foster their skills a little bit. So in the last game, definitely he gave up his early game economy in order to get some aggression options going for him. But it was not able to do it. SnOvSki even opening up as greedy as possible, going for that hatchery first. So let's have a look. Once again, we do see the extractor being built on this map. I do have to say the wall off is quite a bit bigger, and also photon overcharge is not going to help you at all because the wall off is going to be away from the next. It's going to be out of range, and once again we do see gas mining very early on. And this is definitely a better map to go for early game aggression like this. And SnOvSki has not sent out a probe to scout just yet. He is going to follow up this gateway with his nexus before getting any gases once more, like we've seen earlier from him. And he is playing it a little bit safer than the ultimate greed, but against some heavy Zergling aggression. I'm curious to see how much damage ZPR is able to do, because in this setup he should definitely be able to do some damage. The first pylon is going to come down, but this is a very long wall off to wall off. Yeah, and SnOvSki even commenting on this. The natural is huge, and the gap to bridge it is going to be insane. So Zergling speed is going to be on the way. 6 Zerglings are going to be on the way. In this case, I would love to see a lot more than that. The natural base is not going to be on the way. So SnOvSki at this point, he should already know something is up. He sees the Zerglings, and let's see how his hold is going to be. He might even just cancel that natural base. But no, he's going to go for it. The cybernetics core will be built inside the natural base, but it is a long shot to get that going, because he can just focus down that cybernetics core in time, I believe. And the mothership core cannot be built then. And defending only with zealots, it's still better than stalkers, but it's not going to help you all that much against the speedlings. They can just go in and out of every base you want to go for. And yes, the Nexus did finish up, but without a photon overcharge or a mothership core defending it, it's going to be a very tough hold. Now the first zealot is going to be out. Zergling speed is very close to finishing up. Now the cybernetics core did just finish up, and the mothership core does get started immediately, and that's going to help in the defense quite a bit. But this is already a lot of lost mining time for those probes as well. The natural base is going to be on the way. Zergling speed does just finish up, making it so much easier to get us around on this army, this small army of SnOvSki right now. And with this early game aggression, the zealot does fall. Monster core comes out, but is it already too late? Warp gate research cannot even be started. He's going to regroup his units a little bit, as more and more Zerglings will be streaming across the map. Getting this wall off completed is impossible at this point. A probe is going to attempt to be sent towards that location, but that cybernetics core is going to go down, and most likely even this Nexus is going to have a very tough time. A zealot and probe holding the line at the top of that ramp. Can he slip by? No, he cannot slip by, but a lot of Zerglings also working on that Nexus already. He's going to bull rush his way through that zealot, but no, he does change his mind. He has to give that up for a little bit right now. But he is taking the natural base. The monster core is going to take so long in order to kill all of those Zerglings. And pylon after pylon, they are falling right now. Well, finally, we do see ZPR transitioning into drones right now. He knows he has done already a lot of damage. Maybe he can go for the focus on this natural base. He is slowly but surely working on it, but already a lot of Zerglings have died off at the top of that ramp. All of the shields have been picked off, but the monster core is doing too much damage here. It has 11 kills at this point. That is a huge amount of damage. And 3 pylons on the top of that ramp. SnOvSki has held on for now. He's starting a cybernetics core once more, but In the case of ZPR, I'd love to just see him get this third base. Maybe I would have even liked him to get this as a natural base, because you are going to take that map control for quite some time. Warp Gate research is not going to be done for quite some time. Now, that Mother Core has to be very careful, because if it gets out too far away from that nexus, those Zerglings can just run past it, because they are so much faster than that, and it's going to take a long time before that Mother Core will be able to deal damage once more. Now a few probes should be focused down at this point. Oh, no, nice force field from SnOvSki at this point. But the Zealot numbers, they are slowly but surely growing. He cannot even go get that sentry because the Zealot's just doing so much damage. And he has to lick his wounds. He was wasting quite a few Zerglings in order to make that happen. He's making 10 more right now because he does not want to lose that map control at this point. But still, the drone count has increased significantly, going up to 39 drones already against the 28 probes of SnOvSki at this point. And the natural base, yes, it is up. It's mining those minerals, but Warp Gate research only 25% of the way finished at this point. And these even a few drones were mistakenly rallied across the map. Small mistakes do happen once in a while, but the Zerglings, they are going to be here, and they're going to keep SnOvSki on his toes. There is, however, another force field available. Oh, he has to get out of there. Yeah, those Zerglings, very small, of course. A nice surround on one of the sentries. Will he get it? No. Perfect force field from SnOvSki right there does save it, and he's going to try and re-establish this wall off right now. But the lair is already finishing up. He has money for a Spire, so are we going to see that Spire from him right now? Would not be surprised to see it at all. What is he going to use that lair for? Now we do see roaches on the way, and Glail Reconstitution also going to be researched. The third base being taken into the safe location, not at the high yield base at this point, even though he has quite a bit of map control. But Warp Gate research is about to finish up. Also an Oracle about to pop out from that Stargate. Let's see how much damage that is going to be able to do. But Spore Crawler is already on the way. Now, did these Overlords already spot the... Yeah, he did see that there is a Stargate. So this Oracle should not be able to get a whole lot of damage done at this point. But you never know. The Micro SnOvSki is pretty good. There's no Spore Crawler in the natural base, actually. Just putting one down right now. That's going to cost some drones or some lost mining time. There we go. We do see him evacuating all of the drones. And that Oracle, wow, getting 8 kills, 9 kills even. That is just insane. He will get a 10th one, 11th one. Yeah, and he is going to get... No, he's not going to get it out of there alive. He is exploding into the Stardust. And another Oracle is going to be here. It has already been spotted though. And there is a Spore Crawler in both the main base and the natural base. But still, these drones at the gas are exposed a little bit too far away. So more drones are going to go down. And some very nice counter aggression going down. The worker count has equalized right now once more. But the roach numbers are growing steadily, but slowly but steadily. Also the +2 attack upgrade already going to be on the way. But this Oracle, oh, is it going to go out? Yeah, it is going to turn off its lights. And going to crash into the side of the wall. Okay, so now it is the time for ZPR again. He has those roaches. What is there at the front right now? There's an Immortal on the way. It's going to be done by the time that ZPR is going to make it across the map. Still a lot of Zerglings here as well. And also plenty of force fields actually. Oh, nice time warp with the combination of the force fields. That is definitely the catch that SnOvSki was looking for. And with that Oracle harassment at just a few seconds ago. And now with this follow-up, catching half of the army of ZPR in the middle of the map. He is getting he's clawing his way back into this game very convincingly. Even the third base already on the way for SnOvSki. He's not afraid at all. And there is no wall of needed in this case whatsoever. Pathogen glands on the way from the infestation pit. You do see the Hydalis then on the way, so a very aggressive tech strategy from ZPR as he's getting his third base saturated as well. But the game has equalized completely. Any lead that ZPR had in the early stages of the game, it's completely gone at this point with the kills of all those workers. 5 workers ahead for ZPR. Might even want to attack up or drone up a little bit more, but there are already 6 infestors on the way. That can either work very well for him if he gets the nice fungals, but they are projectiles nowadays, and not every player is able to hit them as well as they could in Wings of Liberty days. Hallucinated Phoenix will see that the gases are being taken at the third base. We'll see that there's no fourth base also on the way. And with that +2 attack upgrade finally finishing up in the very near future, and with extra Hydralisk going to come through, those Immortals, they should not be able to do a whole lot against that army. There are still quite a few roaches on the map, and he has to be very careful. He's moving up this ramp. There are quite a few units here, but a lot of force field energy behind this. He has energy to go for the hallucinations for days on end. And with 7 Hydralisks on the way, ZPR just needs to buy a little bit of time at this point, and then he can go for the strike very soon after. SnOvSki also being supply blocked, getting 1 pylon on the way. But that's only going to be enough for one more warping round. Oh, nice fungal on a lot of that army. The Zealots not being able to do a whole lot, but the force fields are also amazing. But remember, there were 6 infestors. One of the infestors is going to go down, but that was a lot of damage dealt. But a lot of it was only shields. Still, some units did go down to the units being inside of the force fields, but those infestors making sure that that army of SnOvSki is going to hightail it out of there. Even a macro hatchery for ZPR has been started, not at one of the bases, but between the bases. Not a strategy that I've seen a whole lot of, but one War Prism is going to go for another attempt of harassment. All of the oracles were already picked off, of course, yeah. Did invest into them, but they were killed off. And ZPR still has a supply lead at this point. There we go, 4 Zealots are being warped in. How much damage will he be able to do? Not a whole lot of units are here, but there are Zerglings about to pop, so should not be too far away. And there we go. Does the War Prism go down? No, the Zealots, however, do start slicing away. And there's a huge engagement on the other side of the map. Huge fungals on the Protoss army, immobilizing them completely. And the Hydralisk, without any splash damage, they are doing so much damage because the Hydralisk DPS compared to the Stalker DPS is so much better for the Hydralisk. They do have... Wait, they do have blink, yeah, that's why they're staying alive for so long. But they can only, of course, blink when there is no fungal landing on top of them. And this wall-off is being breached right now. He can go for one of the gateways, one of the robotics facilities, or even go for the pylons right there. Does get one of the gateways. The third base is still up and running for SnOvSki. Looks like the units at the third base have been cleaned up. Definitely a lot of work is working down here. And the Hydralisk, they cannot retreat at this point. There's no supporting army. We will get the Immortal right there, but that still leaves a lot of Stalkers standing. And remember that game number 2 on Deadwing, getting the bulk mass just getting the critical mass of Stalkers just can kill off a Zerg player pretty quickly. A lot of Zerg players have been struggling with that, but upgrades, that is definitely something that you need to, in order to deal with that. And looking at the current upgrades, we have +2 attack upgrade for SnOvSki, and we have +2/+1 for those Hydralisks, and of course that Carapace upgrade also is valid for the Zerglings. Burrow is on the way, that's going to help out those infestors quite a bit, because they can move while they are burrowed, but still no 4th base at the 18-minute mark. Finally, we will see the hallucination of that hatchery, or at least the hologram of that hatchery being dropped down, and it will start building. But with this 3rd base up and running for SnOvSki for already so long, he has gotten his economy quite well right now. And even though ZPR still has his economy going, the economy of SnOvSki is just that much better right now. He's up 8 workers, or yeah, he's up 8 workers in total. And still ZPR really staying away from this high yield base now with Blink Stalkers out. I can imagine that, but in the early game we definitely could have profited from that quite a bit. And now we do not see any Mutalisk. We do see Swarm Hosts going to make their entree on the map, and they will be sieging up the bases of SnOvSki as much as possible. And they are, of course, a range unit, so they can punish those probes that are trying to mine those juicy gold minerals right there. So let's see how that's going to work out. 7 Swarm Hosts on the map. There are no Swarm Hosts on the map just yet. They're all popping right now. So let's see how long he wants to keep them hidden, because I don't believe that there's any Colossus tech on the map at this point. No, it has not been started just yet. He's just building those Immortals in order to deal with the roaches. Main base has been completely mined out, so he's really needing that gold base at this point. But also the main base for ZPR is getting mined out pretty quickly. He is almost there as well. But the Swarm Host have now joined the army. How many Swarm Hosts is he going to commit to? Enduring Locust is about to finish up. 9 Swarm Hosts already on the map. 4 were more on the way. So 13 Swarm Hosts. Let's see if it's going to bring him bad luck, as you would expect from the number 13, or if he's just going to make a few more. The creep spread, however, is looking amazing. It's already reaching that high yield base, and SnOvSki should be able to see it with the probes that are mining at that base, and still it is advancing further and further. Now the 4th base has been established. Those Swarm Hosts are all burrowing right now. Oh, not all of them are burrowing, but he is going to start harassing that high yield base, getting the gases, denying that gas income. Already a huge move, and there are the Locusts. Blink forward to get the kill on those roaches. And now we do see the photon cannon being targeted down. The roaches can get out of there. They're short range, that's not really useful. Still picking off a few probes here and there. But now with the Locust waves coming in, it's gonna get harder and harder. The charge has been started. +3 attack upgrade is on its way. And SnOvSki trying to get into a position where it can lay siege to those Locusts. This is a very scrappy position for ZPR to be in. We did get a few of those great fungals, but are there enough Locusts? Still, one of the Swarm Hosts already gonna go down. Trying to unburrow, he has to get out of there actually. But some of those Swarm Hosts just doesn't find a way to burrow anywhere near. And the concave from SnOvSki on this location is just insane. He is bull rushing his way through those Locusts, and is he going to do it? I do not think so. The reinforcements of ZPR are going to come very close. And this is pretty much all that SnOvSki has right now. The Infestors and the Swarm Hosts, they are retreating, while the Hydralisks are still trading with this army. But looking at the current supplies, maxed out ZPR with 50 more Zerglings on the way against SnOvSki that is sitting under 100 supply, losing 16 workers. Yes, the 3rd base is still up and running, but the next wave of Locust is going to hurt him quite a bit. Beautiful fungal on the Stalkers that just blinked forward. You should not be able to get away with that, but there are the Zerglings. The reinforcements have joined the party, and another Infestor and 3 Swarm Hosts on the way. This high yield base cannot be mined from any longer with the Locusts behind it, and he can just focus down this hatchery. Those Zerglings, they are +2 Carapace, and those Locusts, how much attack upgrades do they have? They have +2, and there is the GG, and ZPR is battling his way back into this best of 9 show match, bringing the score to a 3-2. Still in favor of SnOvSki, but it is looking better for ZPR already.